Back in 91 or 92, I did a series of CDs called The History of House Music, which I did CD compilations with Todd Terry, Roger Sanchez, Oscar G and Ralph Falcon, Alfredo from Ibiza, and Bad Boy Bill from America. There was 10 CDs, and I'd never done a compilation in my life before, so when they said go make this CD, I had no idea how to license a record or nothing, but I really wanted to work in the record industry. So I blagged my way through it and just concocted these agreements and managed to license these 10 albums worth of music with these superstar DJs. You know, Todd Terry and Roger at the time were as big as they get. So, you know, it was just basically just blagging my way through. I'd been to parties for about 4 or 5 years before then, but I was then suddenly in the industry, you know, working, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I managed to pull it off, and I liked it, I enjoyed it, because I did a lot of travelling. So I continued. That eventually led me to live in New York and run Subliminal Records for best part of 7 years for Eric Murillo. And then a few circumstances, personal circumstances, I needed to come back to Europe. And with the work with Subliminal and Subliminal having a party in Pacha, I knew the people from Pacha, and they said, well, if you ever come back to Europe, we'd love you to run our record label. And so then I came back here in December 2005 and started running, rescued Pacha Recordings from December 2006. Here we are today. Before I came here, Pacha had released some Pacha CDs, but there were records that were done basically as licenses of the brand name to other companies. So the other company would pay maybe a little advance, and that was it. There'd be no more business in the deal. And Danny Whittle, who's the brand director, said, oh, we should really have our own record label. And he started it with Rui de Silva. And but they didn't really know what they were doing to run a record label. Rui de Silva was a good artist, but didn't know how to run a record label. Danny had a good vision, but didn't know how to run a record label. So in the first year, they lost a fortune. They actually lost fortunes, and but the concept was good. You know, let's have a record label where we release our own compilations ourselves. And they brought me over and they said, look, you know, what you need to do is own catalogue. You know, then you'll become a real record label. And so it came from this idea that other companies were releasing Pacha records. We weren't getting much business out of it. So then they attempted to do their own compilations using other people's records. Then I came and said, no. We now own our own records, we make our own CDs, and then we license that to other people around the world. That's a business. This is a record label. So that's where it started and how it developed and where we are now. A lot of people complain about this industry one way or the other, especially record labels. It's really tough, or there's no sales, there's this, that and the other. It depends how you approach a record label. I mean, I've always say at any conference or any interview with anyone who wants to listen, Pacha Recordings isn't a traditional record label. We are not a major label who can afford to go and get a record, pay money for this big record, a lot of money for it, pay big promotion money and look for hit records. You know, we're not that kind of label. We have to own catalogue, and we have to exploit that catalogue in many, many ways. This is how you can become successful. We stopped doing vinyls a couple of years ago because our vinyl manufacturer and distributor said, oh, you know, we're going to close, there's really no vinyl, you know. Not just us, all the labels they were carrying, you know, the vinyl sales were so low, you know, they said, oh, we're going to change our business model. So I said, okay, so fine, you know, we won't do vinyls either. But this year, a company in England have said, look, give me all of your back catalogue, I want to vinylize everything, and I want to put the vinyls out into the market. And I said, oh, fine, I just don't want to pay for that. And they said, it's okay, we'll guarantee you'll never have a bill from us to pay. You'll either get nothing from us or you'll get money from us. And I said, okay, fine, you know, give the vinyl another go. I'm a supporter of vinyl. I guess it's the old guy in me, you know, but whether there's a market for it, I have no idea, but this company in England seems to think, yeah, it's there somewhere. As long as I'm not paying for it, I'm cool. Do it. As I say, if I had to get up every day and like dig a hole on the motorway, that's hard work, you know, and I respect them people who do that. If I had to go and, you know, flip burgers in McDonald's, I mean, to me, this is hard work, you know, to go up and do that every day. Doing what we do, anyone in the music industry, you know, this is good fun, you know, this is it's like a gift, it's a blessing, you know. And whenever I hear anyone complaining about their work in the music industry, you know, it drives me crazy. The first thing I say is go get another job, you know, go out of the industry. Go away, and if you don't like it, there's other jobs, there's other things to do, you know. This is a fun business, you know. Travel a lot. I mean, how hard is it, you know, you get to listen to music and say, yeah, no, change this, change that. Get a DJ, put him on in a club, party. It's fantastic. Like I said, the influence of Ibiza, I used to think it was all important musically, but now I don't think it's as important because music is available. But is it still the best party on earth? Yeah. You know, any night of the week, go to any club, it's fantastic. Any club, you know, and it's great. For finding a route for these, you know, bedroom DJs, up-and-coming DJs, and as I say, I'm one of these fools who tends to listen to everything that's sent to him, so feel free to send music. Okay. Yeah.
I can send you a mix right now.
Yeah, does send me a mix CD, because you know, I have nothing to do with the club. But if you have a track, send me a track. Yeah, I'm happy to receive tracks. Hey, if you send a track and it doesn't work, I don't like it, I'm going to tell you that. You know, so, you know, don't get upset. But if I like it, I'm going to tell you I really like it, and I'm going to do something with it. So, you know, there's no divine right, you know, to have your music on any label, but I will definitely give every bit of music a chance, and this is how I run the record label. If your music's good and it gets to me, it's coming out. That's it. And more of the same. I mean, I'm a big believer in putting out a lot of music. We don't do the traditional thing where we have one record and we set that up to be a hit and all the focus is on that. We're not that kind of label. I like to get a lot of music, a lot of catalogue, and just get it out there, get it out to the public. So we're going to continue putting out lots of tracks and also lots of compilations. I mean, Pacha Recordings and our label partners around the world this year, we've probably got 20 albums out in the marketplace. So we would say, oh, that's crazy, but to me it's not. Each album is individual and different and has its own audience. So we'll continue doing that. We have two really smart projects coming out of them. One is the one I touched on earlier, where I'm creating this group called Killerman, which is Tuchilo, Thomas Edberg and Romani. So it's a female singer, a musician and a DJ, to go more into this live DJ crossover world. So they're going to be making an album of original music. That whole album will be remixed by the artists who are signed on to Pacha Recordings. So it's a family affair, everybody gets involved in it. Hi, this is Steve Hulme, you're listening to Pacha Recordings. Oh, you're not listening to Pacha Recordings. Hi, this is Steve Hulme from Pacha Recordings. You're listening to DVFM, the sound of style.